Hi guys, today I want to show you how to do this beautiful design using watercolor. I really like this design because it's really unique and it can adapt. For example, if you do it in a brown colors, brown shades, it will look like autumn design. If you add more colors, it will look perfect for spring and as well for summer. So this design can be adapted for each season. Let's go! First of all, I will tell you what products do we need. For that we need watercolor. I have these old ones. You can use whatever watercolor you have. This one is a professional watercolor, but you can take whatever you have. Even you can buy some cheap ones in the supermarket, in some section for kids, for example. Then of course we need brushes. I will take two, one for thin lines and one for bigger objects. Then we need this disgusting paper, any paper you have. Glass with water, disposable napkin because we need to clean our brush, any top coat. I will take velvet top coat, that's matte top coat. You can take whatever you want. And your nail. I will show you this design in press on nails because I don't have mine, so I will show you on this, but you can paint it on your nails, press on nails, whatever nails you want to paint it on. I forgot to tell you that as well we need this little buff. Normal nail file will not work, it should be buff. If you don't have buff, you can use matte top. So you cover it, you cure it in the lamp, and that's it, you can start to paint. You will remove sticky layer of course, and then you will start to paint. I have the buff, so I'll buff my nail a bit. If the surface of the nail will not be made, you will not be able to paint this art. So let's start. I will put water here. I left everything here on the table for you to see what am I doing. First of all, let's see what is the idea of this design. To make it easier, I always try to cut design in a little ideas, like what parts it has. So this design, as you can see, has branches and leaves. That's it. That's only two objects that we will paint. That's why it's simple, but it looks really beautiful. So again, branches and leaves, right? Let's do it. We are using thin brush, making it wet with water. You can take whatever color you want, but I will take blue today. And also another detail that you have to take into account is that we should have around 2-3 shades. Here I have kinda green, then I have blue, and I have also violet here. So I take 3 colors. You can take as many as you want, but I recommend you to take 3. I make my brush wet, and then I find really dark kinda green-blue color. With watercolor sometimes it's difficult to understand what color it is, that's why I will check it here. Exactly. That's like really dark blue color. And look, it shouldn't be like this, like the first option with water. No. It should be really dense. Your brush should be like this, thin with a little bit of watercolor on it. And remember, you have to work really fast because watercolor gets dry in the air. Okay, so we start to paint. Let's paint our first branch. For example, we go from here. Try to do it really thin, really thin. Try to barely touch the surface. Kinda like that. If you see that your line gets broken, like mine, it means that see, I cannot paint now. It means that watercolor got dry. I put my brush into the water, again in the watercolor, and I keep painting. I will try to continue this line. So we barely touch it, as I said, and it's okay that it has different thickness. For another line, you can take other colors, like for example violet I'll take. Remember that branches should be dark. Okay, Now we clean our brush, remove water in disposable napkin, and then we need to think what color we will take for the leaves. I will take blue color. I make my brush wet, then I take any blue that I want. Also, it should be really dense. Now the consistency of watercolor should be even more dense than before for the branches. Now we do something like this. We need to paint little triangles. We go from the branch and we paint kind of triangle like that. Other side, and far from each other. Maybe even darker, like the color should be more dense. See, like a little arrows. Now, other branches. Let's take maybe a violet color. For example, one violet here and another violet here. Let's clean our brush and let's take other color. I will take maybe really navy dark blue. And I paint leaves here. And the last thing we need to do is to add leaves on this long branch. How we will do it? Again, we take, for example, I have here blue color, right? Dark blue. I have to take something else. Maybe one will be violet, another one will be dark blue, like the one I had now. So look, we need to paint our leaves right next to this one. Again, the same triangle, but really next to this one. I painted violet, now I took dark blue color. And now, interesting part. So, first of all, everything should be completely dry. All our parts should be completely dry. We clean our brush really good. And now what I do is the following. Let's start, for example, with this one. I try to make these triangles wet. I just put water on them. And I try then to drag this colorful water down and to make a leaf shape. Now I take the napkin, I remove water from the brush and I try to take excess of water with me. Again, remove water from the brush and again I take water with me, like that. Let's do it again. I make my brush wet, like this. Now I put water here and I paint leaf shade. I remove water from the brush and take water with me. If you still have water, if you can see, again we remove water from the brush using napkin and we take water with us. Like that. Also, you can do something like this to make the leaf more interesting. You can make the brush wet and then you take, for example, some light blue color, make it wet, take light blue color, and now make your brush wet with this colorful water. And the same, we make it wet and see that our water now has light blue color. Ooh, this leaf is too dark. To make it brighter, you can add water here. And because it has a lot of water, I will take another brush to take the water from here. That's why we needed two brushes, one thin, one thick. So we do the same with another leaves. And I will start with the one that are next to each other. By the way, we cannot paint these two leaves together because they will be wet and they will, let's say, coincide. And in the end, you will have one disgusting big leaf instead of two. You have to paint one object and nothing next to it. You have to wait until it gets dry and then you can paint objects next to that one. If you want to have more intense color, don't remove water and that's it. I like these semi-transparent details, that's why I remove water, but you can actually leave water like it is, unless it's a lot of water. Like this you have to remove it. But if it's just a little bit and you think that it can get dry fast, it's okay if you leave it. Let's do it with this one, for example. You see it has water, but I will leave it like this. It will get dry by itself. By the way, it's okay if leaves will go one over another one. And the last paint is to make these second leaves. Again, we take water. Now I suggest you to make your brush full of water. And we can even go over another leaf. So our watercolor painting is done. No, it's not done. We have this one. So good that I checked. You also check if you painted everything, if all the leaves are painted. Let's remove water. You see that the process is not difficult. It is actually really fun, at least for me. I don't know how for you guys. Text me in comments if you like the process. For me, it's really fun. I remember myself when I was a child and I was painting a lot. So I like these moments. I like to remember that. I have this childhood vibe when I do it. And it looks really elegant, I think. It looks really cute. And as I said, imagine that these leaves would be pink and yellow. That will be completely designed for summer. Now it's more winter, but it could be easily for summer or any other season. What we will do now is to wait until everything gets really dry. Then I will cover it with matte top. You can color with whatever you want, glance or matte. With glance, you will see now how it looks if it would be glance. Glance, it looks like this, right? Also really beautiful. I really like it. So elegant, so gentle. And matte, like this. I don't know why, but this design I like more in matte. And more because I would like to add some rhinestones, some little diamonds, and I think they look perfect on matte nails. That's it, let's go to the lamp. And the last thing that I would like to add to this design is a little bit of diamonds. Okay, well, not diamonds, but some kind of nail jewelry. You can find some on Amazon. By the way, you can see it on my web. In the category nail design, you can see a lot of diamonds, a lot of stuff like that. I will use special diamond glue. I will take these long pieces, like silver pieces. You can add gold as well, but I think for winter, silver looks better. And then I will prepare place for little diamonds. I don't know how you call it in English. I will say little balls. You may ask how we will cover them, these little diamonds. And I can tell you that I don't recommend you to cover diamonds with anything, just because it will not be shiny anymore, as now, and it will lose its beauty. I prefer to add these little diamonds randomly, and then in case they will fall, and honestly, I think they will eventually, that will not look ugly. So imagine some of them will fall. They are so random, and you don't see it well because of the milk base. You will not see the glue, you will not see space from these diamonds. So in case they will fall, still it will look really good. I think like this is beautiful. I will leave it like that. And let's cure it in the lamp. Okay, we cured it in the lamp, and now let's enjoy the result. Guys, I hope now you understand better how to make watercolor nail art. As you can see, the process is fun and simple, even a beginner can make it. And what I like is that this design doesn't require too much time as well as some extra products. I can tell you that watercolor art is super popular among my clients. And all of them think that it's super difficult to make it. But now you and me, we know that actually it's really easy. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial as well as I did, and I will teach you more about watercolor art in my next videos. Bye bye!